Hello there. So you're thinking of moving to Seattle? Perhaps you have a job change, or you have some family who live here, or some friends, or like some of my clients, you just want to live here because it has so much to offer. And believe me, it really does. I know because I've lived here most of my life. So if these are the things you're looking for, you have come to the right channel. Living in Seattle suburbs. My name's Meryl Lee. I'm a real estate broker, and that gives me the opportunity to travel all around the suburbs. And I learn about what they have to offer and the type of vibe they have because, number one, I'm interested myself. I just have a general curiosity. And number two, I want to make sure my clients are getting what they need and what they want. So welcome to Living in Seattle Suburbs. New people, go ahead and hit subscribe. And then if you've been on my channel before, thank you so much for coming back. And today I'm going to talk about Burlington, Washington. Oh, wow. I don't know. The more I study this town, the more I love it. And I mean, I've been there. I've sold there. I've sold homes there. But the older I get, the more I love it. So Burlington, Washington, where is it? Where the heck is it? It's north of Seattle. We have I-5 that runs north and south from, I think the Mexican border, actually, California, Oregon, Washington, up to Canada. And so we have Seattle, and going up I-5, we have like North Seattle, Shoreline, Lake City Way, Mount Lake Terrace, Linwood, Edmonds, Everett, Marysville, Arlington, LaConner, Conway, Camano Island, Mount Vernon, which is the biggest town up there, and then Burlington. So it's a little more north. It takes about an hour to get to Seattle from Burlington, but you could use the commuter train, which runs from Everett, and my daughter does it. She loves it. It's quick, it's easy. It doesn't have a bunch of stops. People aren't getting off and on. It just goes. One of the cons about it is that there's like a certain run in the morning and a certain run back, and that's it. So if your schedule changes in the middle of the day, you might have to wait or find another mode of transportation back home. So there's that. There's a commuter train. There's also the light rail, and you could drive to Linwood to get to the light rail, which is a little south of Everett. Free parking. It's new for us. It's a lifesaver. I've been on it. It's clean. It's shiny. They've got it down. There's security. Everything is running electronically. It's kind of an outdoor space, and even though there's a roof, and I went there once and I had to use the restroom, and it was outdoors, and I had to press a round flat button and it took my picture, and I thought that's kind of weird. But later I was talking to my brother about it. I'm like, that was a good thing. And it was a one-use bathroom, and I went in, and it was very cold. I don't think they heat it. It's kind of like an outhouse with the metal toilets and stuff. Everything's metal, but it's still inside, and flushes. I guess that's the big point. It flushes, but it does take your picture. So I felt very safe because of that. Very, very safe. And I also like the security hanging around. So if you're commuting to Seattle from Burlington, and that's where you want to land, you can either drive yourself, take a bus, catch the commuter train, or catch the light rail. So let's talk about some things that I love about Burlington. So there's some places that we can visit in Burlington, and I think my favorite place is the trail on the river. I think they call it the River Trail Park. I've always seen it, but I've never taken the time to actually go on it myself, and I did. And you can see in these pictures how the park is. It's very wide and open. There were so many people walking on the trail, and what they did was they moved land up and then it's like a size of a road, a dirt road. It's level, no potholes, but you do have to get yourself up there. And I've got hardware in my leg, but I was able to get up there just fine. There may be another area where you don't. I'll find out about that and let you know later. And then once you get up top, then you can see the beautiful river down below and even access it. So I really liked that. And there's several huge parks in town. I went to Bayview State Park when I was doing Burlington and taking some pictures the other day, and I'd never been there. And it is west from Burlington, about, I think, a 12-minute drive. And there's a state park right there. It's very small, very, very small. But you drive under the road and you're right there on the beach. And it's all level. There's grass, there's outhouses, there's an open gate, and that takes you right onto the sand, and nobody was there. I mean, it was such a pleasure to be there, and a wonderful place to have lunch or just read a book whatever you want. That's Bayview State Park. We also have the Tulalip Valley. You may have heard of it because it's internationally known. So in the spring, we have the tulips that blossom, and people come from all over the world to see these fields. And it can accommodate large crowds. They've got buses, they've got demonstration gardens, food trucks and whatnot. And all these fields grow tulips. It's so beautiful. And I mean, I grew up with it. And now as I'm older, I see the value and the beauty of it. I've always bought tulips. They always died. And I found out later that they're really growing these tulips to sell the bulbs internationally. So I don't know if that's why they died, or maybe they don't last long. I don't know. But man, they got every kind you'd want. They've got some other flowers. The demonstration gardens are amazing. And you can run down to LaConner, which is really close by, and it's on the channel. And that's where you can put a boat in, and the channel can take you out into the San Juans, out to the ocean, actually. And LaConner, I have done LaConner. It should be posted. It's a wonderful little town on the channel, and it's one of those towns where you can park and walk. Mount Vernon is close to Burlington. It's probably the closest town. It's a little south, and it is the biggest town, I would say. In fact, I believe there's a Costco there. But you can go into downtown, which is not like Seattle. It's, like a couple streets going back and forth. It's also on the river, and there's just a lot of shops. You could park and walk and enjoy the town. There's a theater there. I have friends who perform, but they also show movies. There's a lot of, should I say it, hippie type stuff. There's gluten-free, vegan restaurants. And there is the most amazing co-op in the world. I mean, I've traveled the world. I love this place. I'm not going to say the energy feels good in there. I know that sounds really hippie, but I love it. It's large. It's 2 stories tall. They have classes upstairs. I've taken flute classes. I don't play the flute. I just went in for fun. They have drumming, things like that. Hippie stuff. Anyways, let's say metaphysical. So this wonderful Skagit County co-op is very large. It's in downtown Mount Vernon, and it has everything, and it's local. Very large fresh produce area with fruits, very large bulk items with molasses and peanut butter, large breads, and everything you need. Shampoo, bathroom toiletries, even medicinal things. And then there's a deli there where you can get the special little gluten-free and vegan meals. And then they have a few things if you don't like that. And they've got bakery items that are fresh. And then upstairs, they sell local items that have been handmade. And it's wonderful in there. One thing I just realized that I like about it is low lit. It's low lit. You can be a member, but you can also purchase if you're not a member. I've never been a member my whole life. I generally go to the Skagit Valley Co-op, if I'm on my way somewhere else. The girls and I will occasionally rent a cabin somewhere around that area just to have a fun weekend. And we'll hit that. That's one of them. So definitely put that on your list. They also have a lot of outdoor plants that are very seasonal. Fall time is great because they have the pumpkins. I don't know how they do it, but they're like this big. And this year they had more plants than I've ever seen, and vegetables, things like that. Another lovely, lovely, lovely place to go up in the area by Burlington is the Snow Goose Produce. And they're very seasonal. They're on a back road, you drive through the valley where they plant the farm items, and there it is. What do I like about the Snow Goose, which is what we all call it? I love that they have very different local plants, and it's clear they've probably grown them and dug them up, so they're local. So there's always something really different to get, but I know it's going to survive because it's local. They have handcrafted items. They have a pretty large wine selection. I don't care for wine, I never have, but have at it. And then they have the homemade jams and jellies. But the most fabulous and magical thing about the Snow Goose is their ice cream. They have the hard ice cream that they scoop up for you, and it's local. I think it's Cascade ice cream. And oh my gosh, I go there every year for the coffee toffee. And I'm not even really a coffee drinker, but I love that ice cream. And what is so hilarious is that these are huge ice cream cones. And if it's hot outside, you're going in the summer, we can hit 100 degrees that one week. You can't eat that ice cream fast enough. And I had a friend, I took a friend to get it, and she got one, and I'm like, be careful. And she dripped all over the front of her dress. And it's like, I warned you, you just can't eat it all. So it's like a special treat. We all like to do it. They also have live crab and lobster. You must catch that right there because the water's right there, remember. Going up and down I-5, you have the Puget Sound on the west side at all times. Sometimes it's further away, sometimes it's closer. And then on the east side, you have the Cascade Mountains. So if you want to go hunt, rock climb, get a cabin, just hike for the day, go to a waterfall, find a lake. That's right there too. And they're all very close. So what's really special about Burlington? Well, it's 30 minutes to Bellingham. And you may not have heard of Bellingham, but there's a college in Bellingham. So I call it a college town. There's a university. And it's an interesting town because it's a college town. So it generally tends to be a lot more liberal. And I have clients who call me from Texas and they go, we want to live in a liberal city. So I put some towns together for them, and I think they looked for about a year. Pat them on the back. These people had lived in their Texas homestead their whole lives, and they're just like, we're done, they're retired. And they took a leap of faith, and they talked to me for such a long time on the phone, and I understood what their needs were and what they were interested in. So I found them homes in Bellingham, and that is the perfect fit. They do their Meals on Wheels, they go to all the liberal stuff, the political stuff they like up there. And it's a beautiful town. It's got a wonderful historical district. It's also on the waterfront. There's so much. From Mount Vernon to Bellingham, almost Bellingham, there's a road on the coastline, but it's up high, that's called Chuckanut Drive. And I take it as much as I can. I mean, I-5's faster, but this is beauty that you don't see normally. And it's a lovely day drive. There's also a restaurant on there. And you can stop in on a whim or you can make reservations, and it's lovely. There's also another restaurant down on the beach. I will get the name of that because my daughter took me and I'm like, I didn't even know this thing existed. Oh my God. And they serve fish and chips and it was very affordable. You could eat inside, or a lot of people were taking it outside. There was a lot of people there, but I'll tell you, I'd never heard of it. So I'll do that on my next video. I will get the name of the beach where the fish and chips restaurant is. Off of Chuckanut. I believe it's off of Chuckanut. So lots of things to do. It's 45 minutes to the Canadian border from Burlington. And you can just go up there for the day and go to the Peace Arch and hang around. You don't have to go into Canada. I was up there and we were hoteling it, cabin. We were in a cabin. I was very young. I was probably like 10. And I mean, nobody said anything. I just thought it was a normal thing. But we went out at night and the tide was out and all the little clam shells, I think they were clams, were fluorescent, glowing in the dark. And we also rode two-wheel bikes. I mean, making memories. There's so many places around here to make memories for your friends and your family. So that was really fun to do right up there at the border. So 45 minutes from Burlington to Canada, an hour to Seattle, half an hour to Everett, if you're going to be commuting. If you're gonna commute to Belview, I can cover that on another video, and I have mentioned it in other videos, because Belview is another big place like Seattle where people move here for work. They get recruited and they move. And Belview is the next largest town like Seattle. It's beautiful. And it's got feels like a real downtown, but you can live in the surrounding areas. A lot of people who work in Belview live in Linwood or Alderwood. So write that down, or Bothell. Woodinville's over there too, in Kirkland, but not much comes up. They're hanging on to their houses there, but Alderwood, Linwood, and Bothell are the really popular places. If you can spend over 1.2 mil on a house, you can, and you want new construction, then Alderwood, Linwood, Bothell are good places to go. And I can help you with that. Please text me any questions. So living in Burlington, what's some good things about it? Well, it's right on I-5, making traveling in any direction very easy. 1 hour to Seattle. It's super close to Anacortes, which you can catch a ferry into the San Juan Islands. Yes, you can. LaConner, go there for the day, walk up and down the street. Street. It's on the channel. Mount Vernon, go to the co-op or do some shopping. It has some tall buildings in it. Definitely the biggest town around that area. And just, enjoy all these little towns because they're very close together. So what do you get with Burlington? You get nature at your doorstep. Yes, you do. You get that everywhere here though, pretty much. But some towns you can live out and like go, hello, can you hear me? And nobody answers back. So it's minutes from the Skagit River, farmland, and Cascade Mountain views. And I'll tell you, the views in that valley up there are the best views at sunset. Oh my gosh. You're close to Bayview State Park. Padilla Bay is very popular, and walking and biking trails along the water. You have quick access to the tulip fields, lots of outdoor festivals, and amazing bird watching. So let's talk about homes. It's very affordable compared to Seattle. The median home price is much, much lower than King County in Skagit County. And I would say a $700,000 house in Skagit is going to be double, 1.4 in Seattle, and probably smaller too. Let's see. It's great value for first-time home buyers. I think it's perfect for retirees. But with a family, I'd do it. People who want space without city prices. Do you want a little hobby farm? Do you want like an acre, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? You can get as much as you want in this area. So shopping and convenience, known for its big retail corridor. Burlington, this is what I love when I've gone up there. Costco, Target, Hobby Lobby, Home Depot, Fred Meyer's, Panera, Chick-fil-A, Starbucks, everything. And then also the hardware stores. So you have everything you need. There's also a movie theater. So you can shop, eat, get errands and everything on a level area and not have to leave Burlington. It still has the friendly, down-to-earth feel though. It feels good. And I was talking to my daughter's partner and I was telling him, I love Burlington so much because we're all planning on moving in a few years together from where we're at now and doing a farm. And he goes, I love Burlington too. So we might move there. And he's, way younger than me. So small town community feel. You've got your high school sports, local parades, berry farms, festivals. It's a great place to raise kids and enjoy a quieter pace of life for sure. And quick trips to, I mentioned before, LaConner, Mount Vernon, the Snow Goose Produce, Tulip Fields, Bayview. So the best thing I can say about Burlington is for some reason, I hold it close to my heart. I really do. I love it. Now, if I lived there and had to commute to Seattle, I don't know if I would do that. I don't have to with my line of work, but when I did go to a job every day, I always ended up moving by that job. I'm that way, 15, 20 minutes, but you can commute. My daughter commutes from Marysville. She goes to Everett, catches the Sounder train, takes it to South Seattle, and then comes back. So it's doable. Depends on what you're looking for, what you want to do by living in Seattle suburbs. So thanks for stopping by and hanging in there. I'm Marilee O'Brien. This is Living in Seattle Suburbs, and feel free to send me a message. And don't forget to subscribe today so you don't miss any posts. You get all the new updates. I can answer any questions you have. It's absolutely free. And I also want to thank you for stopping by my channel, Living in Seattle Suburbs with Marilee.